Hey guys, I've gotten a couple of requests to do an update video on my blog planner and just on my regular planner. Um, and my system, since making my other videos, has become like very different. It seems a lot more complicated, but it's actually much simpler and it works better for how my brain works. So yeah, I guess I'll show you guys what I use to kind of keep track and all of that good stuff. Um, so in the past, I have used just one planner for everything. I've had a blog planner to try to keep track of everything like that, and I just didn't really love how I was using them. So um, here's kind of how I'm making it work right now. I have the Emily Lay Simplified Planner, and I've done a whole video on this in another video, so I'll post that down below if you didn't see that. But I use this planner right now. This is my school and work planner, but this stays at home. This does not go with me anywhere. This stays sitting on my desk. It's always open, so that way I can kind of see the day and see the month. This is the daily planner, so every day I fill out what I'm doing. I have my to-do list and all that good stuff, and then for the month, I'm taking summer courses right now, so I have all of my homework written on here. I have birthdays, events, days I'm off. I have my budget on here, like what bills I have to pay this month. I have my monthly goals, bills, all that good stuff. So that is what I use this planner for. If you guys saw one of my newer videos, I got one of these a beautiful day daily planner like pads. So these are pages that you can rip off. If there's a lot of stuff I need to do throughout the day and I'm not really going to be home, instead of just filling out my simplified planner, I fill out one of these as well. So if I'm going to be running a ton of errands, I'll write everything on here. I'll write a grocery list on the back. I use these pages because I can throw it in my pocket or throw it in my notebook, and I have this with me. There's also more lines for like to-do lists than in the simplified planner. So if we're doing like a ton of cleaning, or if I have a ton of homework or a lot of stuff to do at work, this is where I'll write all of that stuff down. I've only used like these maybe once a week, and it's usually for like grocery days when it's just a ton of errands. That's usually on like Fridays or Saturdays are grocery days, so we go and run all of our errands and do that stuff. So that's what I use this for. I recently bought the newer version of the Simplified Planner, but this is the academic version. So it starts in August and it goes through July. And I was going to use this for school, but the thing is that school usually means I'm just writing it in notebooks. I write out all of my homework that's on my syllabus, but that usually stays at home. So I didn't want to just use this for school because I wouldn't really use it that much, especially because this is the daily pages and I just don't use the daily pages for homework stuff as much. And I'll show you why in a minute. So I decided to use this planner as my blog planner. So I use this as an editorial calendar. I'm working on some e-courses right now, so I'm using the daily pages to help me plan each step of my launches, of social media posts, everything like that is in here. Same with all of my client work, anything that has to do with my Etsy shop, so when Etsy bills are due, when I get my Etsy payments, anything having to do with BlogHer, Influencer, all of that stuff is in this planner. And this has actually been working out really well. It starts in August, but I'm like pre-planning. I pre-plan my blog post almost 3 months out. So I've been using this to help me plan like when I need to make graphics for each post, when I need to edit posts. And so far it's working out pretty well. It's helping me plan a little more in advance, and the daily pages are helpful because I can write like more of my ideas. So you can see like on my monthly pages, I use certain color tape for my blog posts, certain color tape for webinars, newsletters, and for launches or events. So within these daily pages, I can write more notes and a further like detailed to-do list for each of these. Now I do use Google Calendar and Asana, but I can't use it as much as a paper planner. Like actually writing out events and things helps me remember it better. If I just put it into a digital calendar, I would totally forget and I wouldn't look at it. However, I do use my Google Calendar. Anything that I write in these planners, I put into my Google Calendar. That way, if I'm away from home for whatever reason and I need to know something, I can look at my Google Calendar. I also use that to save all of my schoolwork. I save like webinars I'm attending, any online events. I can just save directly from my Gmail to Google Calendar, and Asana and Gmail and Google Calendar sync together. So if I add an event for a project that I'm working on, I put that in Asana and that syncs to my Google Calendar. So Asana is more for like projects. So if I'm doing a client project, it's not just a consultation. Like if I'm doing branding or Squarespace migration, I do all of that in Asana. Just because a planner doesn't work as well, especially when you want to see an overview of the project or if you want your clients to be able to see it. So that's why I use Asana as well. So I'm going to switch to my screen share here, and I will show you my Google Calendar. This is kind of what it looks like. It's a little crazy, but I have my personal calendar, which I just call Nora Conrad, and that has all of my work stuff. It has my blog post and things like that. MacPack is my daytime job, so anytime like my bosses are gone these 3 days, so I put that in. Personal are things like trips, events. I have my engagement party this month. Stuff like that goes on under personal. School is all my homework and tests. Simplified is the Simplified Planner app, which I haven't been using because it does not sync both ways yet, so you can kind of ignore that. And then tasks are any tasks that I add in over here with the due date, which I usually don't use. But this is kind of what my Google Calendar looks like. It's very busy. There's a lot of stuff in here. I do a lot of webinars and like e-courses, so this is usually what I'm using it for because it saves really easily and quickly from my Gmail. So yeah, that is kind of what I use. Is my person here? No, it's not. Then I have a Midori, which is just a notebook system, basically. I have a video on that as well, so I'll put a link to that down below. My Midori is used for notes. I don't do any like planning in there. I don't have a schedule. I don't have a calendar. It's only for notes. So anytime I watch a webinar and I'm taking notes, if I have to go to school, my classes are online. So if I have to go to a class at school, I take notes in there. Anything for like my daytime job when I take notes at work, all of that is in there. So that's basically like my journal. I write in it multiple times a day. I go through, I buy little moleskin notebooks like these. These are just like the moleskin notebooks that are craft colored and they have blank pages, and I just cut them down. I just cut off about 2 centimeters off the edge to fit in my Midori, and I go through about 3 of these every month. So I go through these like crazy, but they come in packs of 3 and they're only like $10, I think. So yeah, that's why I use journals and not planners for that kind of stuff, because if I tried to use my planner, it would just become so messy and cluttered. I would never be able to find what I was looking for. So that's why I have a Midori, because I write so much. And then I actually scan all of my notes once I finish a notebook. Like if this notebook was for school notes, I would scan all of these pages in to Evernote. And I have an Evernote premium account, so Evernote automatically converts these into searchable notes. So if I'm looking for something in like chapter 20 of my finance class, I can search for that in Evernote and it'll pull up the correct page in my notebook. So I keep all of my old notebooks, but I use Evernote to like look for things specifically. So if I want to find specific notes, that's how I do that. So yeah, I have kind of a complicated system. I have 2 planners, my Google Calendar, Asana, Evernote, and my Midori notebook. So it seems like a lot, but it works well for me because I'm having to write things down multiple times. It helps me remember. And also, I have planners in different places. So I have my planners at home, and that's for stuff that I only need to do at home. So I'm never doing homework like at work, so I don't bring my notebook anywhere. So hopefully that makes sense. Now you guys know why I haven't made a video lately. Yeah, but if you guys want to see like a more in-depth like tour of a certain planner or system or whatever, let me know. I have some pretty basic videos about all of these, so I'll link to all of those related videos down in the description box. And if you guys have any questions, just let me know. That's all, and I will see you guys later. Bye.